experience of competing on the LIV for a year made you even more motivated for a comeback this year?
I think my experience with LIV has been awesome. Obviously, I turned pro pretty early, early in 2022. I played both years, obviously, and it sucks to obviously be here, but it's a good opportunity still. To get back into the field that we're playing golf in was awesome, and the team that I was playing in obviously is where I want to be, and it's where I want to play golf. So that's why I'm here.
Jason, entering this week as one of the more decorated players, as a former USPGA champion, can you just share some of your impressions of LIV Golf, specifically how you perceive the league and what aspects of it appeal to you as a player?
Right. I think for me it would be a new experience, obviously. It's something that's a little bit different from what I've participated in for the last 23 years or so. I've played 18 years on the PGA Tour. Very grateful for all those opportunities, and I'm very proud of the things that I accomplished on that tour. I think at this point, maybe something new, maybe something different might refresh me a little bit, and this is an opportunity this week to be part of that golf tour. So that's exciting to me, and I'm looking forward to the week of qualifying and see where I stack up.
And just to follow up, you previously competed here at Abu Dhabi Golf Club in the Abu Dhabi Championship and had a top 10 finish back in 2013. Does this course have fond memories for you, and does it give you an advantage in any way heading into LIV Golf Promotions?
I don't know if it really gives me an advantage, but that was 10 years ago or so, long time ago. But I do remember that the golf course is a very challenging golf course. I think it's a great layout. That time of year, I remember the rough being up a little bit higher. I think they had maybe overseeded with some grasses, so the rough's down a little bit. But I think it's a good golf course for this qualifier. It's going to challenge the guys. I think it's very comparable to what we see day in and day out in the States when we play, and pretty close to some of the major championships that we play. So it's a great test, good variety on the golf course, and you will definitely get the guys that play the best this week will have their opportunity to go on and play on LIV Golf.
Okay. Turk, you've had a taste of LIV Golf yourself before and competed across Asian Tour and PGA Tours. Is the global nature of LIV Golf something that appeals to you personally as a player?
I would say, yeah. I think it's cool playing around the world, especially being young. I think it's an opportunity you dream about, and to play around the world is something I didn't see myself doing a while ago, but now I've enjoyed it. It's been a great opportunity for me, and hopefully for some other guys too.
Great. I'll pass it over to Mike.
So, Jason, how much have you been watching LIV since 2022? Have you been in contact with many of the guys out here, and what kind of feedback are you getting?
Very limited contact with guys. Obviously, there's numerous guys that I've played the PGA Tour with that are now part of LIV Golf. I've heard good things from them on the occasion that I see them. I wouldn't say I've had any close friendships that have played out here. As far as following it, obviously you see bits and pieces, but I'll be honest with you, I don't follow much golf in general. So I've kept up with it. I know that they've had some success. Guys have gone over and played well. Like last year, Brooks obviously won the USPGA. So there's great players on this tour. I know that. I'm familiar with these guys, and when I do see these guys, they always have good things to say about this tour.
What was your thought process in terms of making the decision to go ahead and play this event?
Yeah, a lot of my thought process comes back to the fact of the category that would be playing out of next year on the PGA Tour. I'd be in the past champions category. I think that's going to be very limited starts with the way things have changed on the PGA Tour, and I just looked at it like maybe I could come over here and play this tour. Maybe that would be an opportunity for me. I am an independent contractor, so I'm always looking for opportunities to play. I think my starts next year on the PGA Tour would be quite limited. And, if I could come over here and have a good week, then that would open up some doors for something new and different for me to be part of LIV Golf.
And just in terms of some of the things that is associated with LIV in terms of the global schedule, the team aspect, is there something specifically that appeals to you?
I've played when I was in my prime for that decade or so, I played a lot around the world, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going to different places. I enjoyed bringing the game of golf to places. I think in the States we're spoiled because every week's almost a new event in a different location that's in the United States, right? But people in Hong Kong or in Australia or in Abu Dhabi don't get to see the best players in the world on a week-to-week basis, right? So I always thought it was important when I was one of the best players in the world to kind of go and play globally. So I think that is very interesting to me that this tour kind of plays that global schedule and hits all these different spots trying to bring the game of golf. I don't know how I would feel about the team aspect. I've been so removed from that for so long. Obviously, I played college golf. I've been part of a Ryder Cup and a President's Cup. Those have, unique aspects to it that are completely different than playing as an individual. So that would be a new experience for me to be part of a team, to be part of, trying to accomplish something as four players together, right? I don't know how I would feel about that until I was part of that.
Okay, thanks. This one's for Jed. Just in terms of, obviously, you have the experience of being out here. What kind of feedback are you giving to players if they come up and ask you what it's like to play at LIV? What do you tell them? What do you tell them as the most important or maybe the best thing about playing at LIV?
Yeah, obviously I've played a few international series events this year, and I think the last 2 weeks in Australia as well, everyone kind of has come up to me and asked, like, what's your experience been with LIV? And I mean, it's been a dream start, obviously, as a professional golfer to be able to play on that tour and gain the experience I think that I've gained from playing, obviously, the last 2 years. And I just think it's everything you want in golf, I think, and more. It's hard to explain what it's like until you're actually there. It's obviously there's a bit of music floating around the golf course, the range, the locker room. Everyone's smiling. Everyone kind of gets sick of smiling out there, which has never happened, I think, in professional golf. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't really said much, I think, but other than the fact that it's just been fun and enjoyable, whether you're playing well or whether you're not playing well, and yeah, it's just unique. Obviously, they just fixed all the pain points, I think, in professional golf, and that's why everyone enjoys it so much.
And kind of take us back. What was the week like in Miami? Obviously, you knew your status then, and what have you been working on specifically? Anything in particular to gear up to this week?
Well, this week's pretty hot and humid, and I do like the conditions, obviously, this week. But I think Miami, obviously, once I knew my fate after basically Jeddah, I think it was, I don't know, my head was kind of just clearer, which was nice. And I knew what, obviously, I needed to do the last 2 weeks to keep my spot. But, yeah, since then, I've just been trying to, clear my mind and start fresh and look at it just like it's just another opportunity to, cement my spot for next year, hopefully.
Appreciate it. And Turk, has there been one thing that you missed the most about not being at LIV in 2023 that you'd like to get back this week?
Yeah, I mean, I would say just being able to play with the best players in the world. You kind of get a taste of it, and you see how good you have to get to play out there, and you want to get there, and you have to make some changes to play with those guys because they're really good. And I also miss the team aspect. I enjoyed being on the team. I think team golf is better than individual golf, in my opinion. So,
do you have one story that you can give us from your team aspect days in 22?
Look, I was on the team with Harold, so we probably have a lot of stories, and probably can't share most of them. So.
And then one last question for each of you guys, just in terms of what kind of form you have right now. How do you feel about your game coming into this week? Turk, can you start?
For me, I haven't played very well this year, so hopefully this week kind of shoots off a great spurge of playing some great golf. So, we'll see. Every week's a new week. So,
Jason?
I think I've played reasonably well since the U.S. Open. That didn't accumulate so much as results go in the PGA Tour. But I always look at each week as a new opportunity, and I feel like, we see it in all professional sports, guys that struggle or aren't playing great. every week's a new opportunity. I think that's the great thing about professional golf. Things can change pretty quickly. So, I'm looking forward to this week. I've been putting in some work. I played a couple weeks ago. Obviously, the holiday was a bit of an off week for me, but I knew this was coming up. So last week I was preparing for this like I would prepare for any other event. So I'm looking forward to the week and competing with these guys.
Did you find anything in Napa? I think you top 20 there, right?
Yeah, I think I finished 20th or so, something like that. So it's become very, very competitive on the PGA Tour, and I feel like I've played well at times, but just haven't quite gotten the results that I've wanted.
And Jed, your form?
Yeah, I think good stuff in there. It just hasn't been that consistent, I think, and I've dealt with quite a lot of things going on, I think, in my head with where I'm at and where I'm playing golf, I think, at the moment. And so yeah, as I said to you, I've just tried to clear my mind, I think, since I knew where I was at, and yeah, I feel good. So yeah.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Tom.
Open it to the floor, guys. Harry, you all good? All good, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Cheers.